Hello, Menagerie. Welcome back to the last story where we continue with episode 2, Memories. I wonder what I'm going to do with this. Wonder. Well, at least I got rid of this sister. Wait. I know who to deal with. That one sister that's looking for a sign. Maybe the music box? I did get it there. Oh, what a beautiful melody. It reminds me of my youth when I was vibrant and full of purpose. I knew my path then. Oh, may God bless you, for you have given me the sign I was looking for. A lot of dry leaves have accumulated in a hole of this old rusty pipe. They're blocking the water stream. The hole has very sharp and rusty edges. If I tried to put my hand in, I could cut myself. Stone ornament. I blunted the sharp edges of the pipe. Now I need not fear of being cut. The net should catch anything that comes down this pipe. Nice. Seems I'm making headway now. Well, it's no longer there. The net has caught the shiny object. Teardrop? The tear doesn't work on the tapestry. Wait, piety. Maybe? It seems that there is still hope to bring my fiancé back. I have placed the glass tear in a hollow of the Virgin Mary's cheek. It seems that it fits perfectly. In the eyes of a fervent devotee, it could look like a real tear. If only I could make it shine. Please help. Oh, our mother is crying. Oh my lord, what does it mean? What have I done? What have we done? You must help me. What can I do? What's wrong with you? There is little time. I tell them about my pain. I describe the unbearable, endless pain, yet they do not listen. They pass me by without even looking at me. They say that they are praying for me, but it does not cure my ailment. But, sir, I know, but I beseech you. You will be saving me from horrible torture. I will be eternally indebted to you. I will, however difficult this can be. Your request is terribly hard for me. I guess I could find the courage to help you. I understand the magnitude of what I am doing. God bless you, sir. I do not know how I can show my gratitude. What I need you to do is, without the nuns noticing, to try to get an amount of morphine enough so that I can be embraced by the deepest of my dreams. In that way, stop the rhythm of my heart. Well, I know where to get it. Feels bad, but it helps. Now, and at the hour of your death, a syringe next to a flask with the label of morphine. Well, there is a note on the bed. Baldwin lies? Noises coming from inside the coffin. What in heaven? I cannot open the coffin with my own hands. The lid. The lung is too soft even to use it as a lever and open the coffin. The coin is too thick to lever the nails out of this coffin. A grave recently dug. A nun's habit and walking stick? These no doubt belong to the nun I spoke to by the window. Where does she go? I guess she killed herself? So Baldwin lies. It looks like his toolbox. I wonder if there's something useful in it. I may be able to look if I keep him distracted. Tell me about this place. Well, the construction of this building was ordered by an Episcopal Bishop of Aberdeen in 1805. Tell me about Mother Elizabeth. She is pretty strict. I can tell you that much, Mr. David. Do not think she likes me very much either. Tell me about Aberdeen. It was the place where I was born and raised, one of the biggest cities in Scotland. If you look there northeast, you'll see King's Chapel Tower is the highest point of the city. Oi, you seem a bit distracted, Mr. David. Oh, don't not worry about it. Well, I got that. Tell me about Monsignor. I cannot rightly say, after all these years, I have never seen the man. Who knows, maybe he does not exist. Yeah, well, I think you're lying. About some things. darkness of his eye. His body is petrified. He has a look of sheer terror in his eyes. Oh my God, but what has happened? Talk to me. Mother Elizabeth is trying to make him come to his senses. At least I can get past that room now. A large, bright, and ornate key. Don't look into his eyes. Because the deepest darkness dwells in his eyes. Come in, my son. Did you think you could hide these books from me? They are just classic philosophy books, Father. Plato and Aristotle. Silence! Instruments of falsehood, you mean? Fallacies coming from the snake. Now, son, get on your knees and raise your arms. Apologize to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. It is Latin, malum in se, evil in itself. A strange eye-shaped symbol. Eye of the bird. What does this mean? Lord, your eyes burn me. I don't deserve mercy nor forgiveness. O Lord, have mercy on my soul. Who are you sending me? Is death to whom you are handing me over? Has my hourglass already worn out of sand? Father Ernest? Ernest? It's been many years since I last heard that name. Since. Oh, I see. Father, I am here to be able to remember. You have to help me, I beg you. Pleas, entreaties, petitions. Praying, torment, exemption, past times bring us. Just misfortune and pain. Father Ernest, I was one of your students. One of my old students, you say? It's only the Lord who teaches us. We all must follow his ordinances and disciplines. Get closer, son. Come, pray next to me. The makeshift altar is coated in a dense layer of wax. The candles have almost burnt out, only barely illuminate the room. He has a large burn covering his eyes. He is completely blind, despite his decrepitude, extreme thinness, and paleness. I can still recognize Father Ernest, but he seems far away, like in another world. Glory be to the Father, and the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Now, my son, tell the Lord which one is his voice, the sharp sword, the wise quill, or the delicate petal. The delicate petal. No, 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 you're enveloped by sin. And now, my son, tell the Lord which one is his holy path, the wise virtue, the endless blame, or the blessed penance. The wise virtue? No, 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 your soul lives embraced by the darkness. And now, my son, tell the Lord who are you, the faceless pilgrim, the gate guard, or the lost seaman? The lost seaman. Yes, yes, that's it, my son. We live lost in an endless ocean of sin and blame. Now leave me alone. I have to purify my soul. Well... Dear God in heaven, I feel for you. Your light is in my eyes. I will burn them for you. Dear God in heaven, I feel myself in you. Your eyes are in my soul. I will burn it for you. I fear myself in you. Your sword is in my hands. I will burn them for you. I hate myself in you. My blame is in your heart. I will burn myself for you. What the I know you're there. You didn't hear me? Get out of my room. An old razor blade stained with blood. Yeah. So, eye, soul, hands, heart. A creepy image of Christ crucified inexplicably. He has a dark cloth covering his head. Again, it's eyes, soul, hands, heart. Eyes, soul, hands, heart. Well, the razor to cut the tapestry. But maybe if I lodge it in the log. And finally, our expert on philosophy, Jeremiah Devitt, shows up. Where were you, my friend? We have been looking for you. Well, as I was saying, tonight is the perfect moment for our next meeting, but I suspect that someone outside our group is secretly surveilling us. Who is it, Anthony? My dear friends, it is Professor Glynn. Do you mean Father Ernest? Certainly, no doubt about it. Therefore, dear colleagues, I have decided to change the venue for tonight's meeting. Having noticed the lounge behind the small door of the classroom, I have believed convenient to borrow the key for our necessities. You already know, at 12 o'clock you will find the door opened, and I'll be inside the lounge. That is it, my dearest colleagues. Vide ne que siat. I remember that in this furniture we used to keep some of our personal belongings. Now it is empty. The walls are in complete disarray. I could probably punch through if I tried. I remember that this is the bed where I used to sleep when I was a student here. Mr. Rabbit was jumping through the forest in a warm spring afternoon. When going through a bush, Mr. Rabbit ran into Mr. Wolf, Mr. Vulture, and Miss Snake, who were having a heated argument. Mr. Rabbit, curious, asked them, "Dearest, why are you arguing in this beautiful and cheerful spring afternoon?" Mr. Wolf answered politely, "What we are trying to decide here is who of us will have the pleasure to eat you up." Mr. Rabbit, really scared, said, "But I do not want to be eaten. I want to live." To which Miss Snake answered, smiling, "That is impossible to happen, Mr. Rabbit, since we all both know, both you and us, are going to die sooner or later. Don't you think so?" Mr. Vulture added, "Miss Snake is right. We should stick to the issue at hand. It is getting late, and as you see, we do not agree. Do you want to help us decide, Mr. Rabbit? Who would you suggest as the one to eat you?" After thinking about it for a while, Mr. Rabbit came up with an idea and carefully said, "I got it. Why not to organize a race. The first who arrives to the forest clearing will have the privilege to eat me. No doubt Mr. Wolf can run at high speed, but Mr. Vulture can go flying and avoid any obstacle. I'm sure that Miss Snake knows all the shortcuts within the forest. What do you think? The three predators agreed that it was fair, so they started the race, and they quickly disappeared. There's people in the windows? Creepy. Mr. Rabbit, happily to trick them, started running at high speed in the opposite direction of the predators, eager to prove their worth. Didn't realize the trick. Mr. Rabbit was far away from there, and he finally felt safe, happy and proud of his cunning. But suddenly there was a loud bang. The earth shook, frightened birds flew, and everything went dark. The end. Okay, rabbits are creepy this time. An impossible love. There's something I kept to myself for a long time. And the thing is that I love you. I've always loved you. Since the first time I saw you. Since the first time I felt your frozen hands. Each time I move away from you, I miss your glassy, empty, dead eyes. I miss your rough hair, your gray skin, your stench. But our love just cannot be. It is impossible to love. It is an impossible love. I'll always stumble over my words, I swear. The end. That was some dream. No, not again. How long have I been sleeping? What was all that about? In the nightmare, I found a place in my memories. A dusty mirror. Where was that place? I'm lost. The four witnesses. The walls are completely covered in crosses, a mentally ill act. Yeah, well, what am I looking for then? I'm lost. William Nealand. Scratch marks have been found on his stomach. Elmer Moore. A clear expression of terror on the patient's paralyzed face was found at the time of death. Evelyn Benzie, we found the patient dead, emaciated and paleness in the body. Theodore Harding. The patient suffered severe hallucination minutes before death, screamed and shook until the opiates started to take effect. Then Ashdown, during the autopsy we found some strange black marks on his fingers. Claude Harris, unknown. He died while he was sleeping. Nora Dustin, respiratory arrest? Blank. Alan Blair. The patient did not seem to have depressive symptoms or suicidal tendencies. My coat? What was it? In my disturbing nightmare, I was brought to this spot. It is the trapdoor. I saw it in my nightmare. From here sprouts a horrible stench. There's something down there. Did you see? Did you see? It was there, just in front of me, the thing. It was screaming. He shakes uncontrollably, his body racked with pain, and there is only one way to end his suffering. Be at peace. The decayed corpse of a young woman. It seems as if she had been devoured by an animal. The walls splattered with dried blood. Punctual as always, Devitt. Now, all that remains is to introduce our guest. You may come in now, Professor. Father Ernest? Do not worry, my friend. I invited him to join us this evening. The professor generally shares our curiosity, and who better to complete our group than one of the most renowned theologians? Moreover, we must abandon those who are willing to explore beyond the veil. The moment we have long awaited has now arrived. Please, all of you, take a seat and we shall begin the procedure. Soon shall the door be opened, and then may we finally see what lies beyond. Now I ask that you close your eyes. You will feel a momentary prick as I inject you with the serum. Even after all these years, I have not forgotten your voice. You are the fourth witness. I remember, and remember now what happened, what it is. What is that we saw? The eye of the bird, Malum in se. What happened to us? What is it that we witnessed? You must tell me. You must make me understand what my mind cannot fathom. It was our curiosity that damned us. We opened that which should not be opened. In doing so, we shortened the veil that separated our world from his. In seeking vision, we were ourselves seen by the eye of the bird. It remembers us. It looks for us. It calls us from its dark nest, from its abominable lair. All these years I have attempted to return to it, but I have no strength left. These poor wretched creatures are too fragile. They lack the sight to return. Not one of them has. Only us, the four witnesses. Who are the other two? Where are they? They disappeared, as you did. I haven't heard from any of you, but I was seized by curiosity, absconded with my faith, and deprived me of my sanity. O Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. Nothing remains. All that is left is surrender. Surrender to him. Gravely have we sinned, and now your only absolution is to burn in the flames. Malum. In. Say. Am I being buried alive now? Great. The adventure continues in episode 3. The last door. Well, that ends episode 2 of The Last Door. What was it called? The Memories. Next time we come back, the 4 witnesses. Until next time in Menagerie, stay spooky this October, and until next time, ciao ciao.